Last 6 months are now left for GATE 2024. If you are a sincere aspirant and really want to get a top rank in GATE, the time has come now to start giving your 100% to GATE preparation. But at the same time, there are many doubts in your mind. Are 6 months sufficient? Will I be able to get a good rank? How to manage syllabus completion, question solving, notes making, revision, all of that together in the remaining 6 months? In this video, I will answer all these questions and I will tell you a way which you can implement to ensure the maximum utilization and the best utilization of the next 6 months. At the end of this video, I will also share a 6 months toolkit with you, which you can download and then you can modify it as per your preparation level. So make sure to watch till the end. So let us start making this 6-month master plan for you. But एक चीज का ध्यान रखना, that you also have to pay attention to how I am making the plan, because it will help you modify this as per your preparation level. क्योंकि यार everyone is at different level of preparation, right? कोई maybe first time appear हो रहा है, maybe for some of you it could be second or third attempt. So accordingly you can modify this plan if you will pay attention to how I am making this plan. कोई college में होगा, कोई job में होगा, कोई full time aspirant होगा. So accordingly you will learn how to modify this plan. So carefully not only look at the plan that I am making, but also notice कि किस तरह से मैं उसको plan कर रहा हूँ. ठीक है? So first thing is today's date. आज की date क्या है? तो this can be different for you depending upon when you watch this video or when you start using this plan. But for simplification, let's say 1st August मान लेते हैं 2023. ठीक है? GATE 2024 approximately February में है, but again for ease of calculation, let's say the exam date और GATE की जो date है वो 10th Feb मान लेते हैं 2024. तो इन दोनों dates के बीच में कितना gap है, आप उनको difference निकाल के easily calculate कर सकते हो. So the number of days in this plan कितने हो गए भाई? This minus this, right? 193 number of days. अब एक दिन में ऐसे तो 24 hours होते हैं, but definitely we are not going to study, or it's not required even to study for 24 hours, even for 12 hours. I'll suggest you that you keep a realistic number. क्या होता है जब आप प्लान बनाते हो तो आप बहुत जोश में, you are very enthusiastic कि अब तो मैं फोड़ के रहूंगा प्लान एकदम, और उसमें अब मैं 10 घंटा पढ़ूंगा, 12 घंटा पढ़ूंगा. This is what you do when you try to make a plan. So that's something which is definitely going to fail, because you have to make a realistic plan. When you will not be able to follow or pursue the plan, psychologically you don't feel good and you just stop using the plan. So इसलिए important है that आप जो भी इसमें number of hours लिखो कि एक दिन में मैं कितने घंटे पढ़ूंगा, that should be realistic and something that you can do on a daily basis. ऐसा मत करना आज 10 hours पढ़ लिए, tomorrow you won't study anything, then again for 5 hours, then day after that you won't study anything. This is just not the right way. In this manner it will be very difficult for you to ensure consistency, revision and lot of things. So I will always recommend to have regularity in your preparation. एक दिन 10 घंटा और एक दिन 0 घंटा पढ़ने से better है एक दिन 5 और अगले दिन 5 घंटा पढ़ना. That is why make sure that whatever number of hours you decide in this, effective number of hours per day, so that should be a realistic number, right? So let's say 6. Can we keep 6 here? I would suggest to keep it slightly higher. If possible, keep it 7 or 8. But still, again, a realistic number. जोश में यहाँ 12 मत लिख देना. प्लान तो फॉलो नहीं कर पाओगे. साइकोलॉजिकली ऑल्सो एज आई टोल्ड यू, इट डज नॉट फील वेरी गुड जब आप कोई प्लान बनाओ, स्टडी प्लान, और वो ना हो पाए. होता ही होगा, अब तक बहुत से स्टडी प्लान बना चुके होगे बचपन से अभी तक, जो नहीं होते हैं 4 दिन 5 दिन के बाद फिर नया प्लान ढूंढने लगते हो, राइट? सो मेक श्योर दैट इट डज नॉट हैपन. ऑल्सो देयर इज वन मोर थिंग विच आई हैव ऑलरेडी टॉक्ड अबाउट अर्लियर, बट आई विल रिपीट, इज इफेक्टिव वर्ड इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट हियर. इफेक्टिव नंबर ऑफ आवर्स मीन्स ऐसा नहीं होगा दैट यू जस्ट ओपनड योर course and you started watching the lectures and अचानक से you attend a call from your friend, yeah, or if you are preparing from your home तो घर में किसी ने कुछ बता दिया, उस काम में लग गए. 5 मिनट, 10 मिनट, 15 मिनट, ऐसे छोटे 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 पॉकेट्स ऑफ टाइम यू स्टार्ट लूजिंग. You feel you studied for 7 hours, but effectively there were 5 minutes, 10 minutes of small pockets here and there when you were not studying. You were distracted. That is why effective number of hours is important. It's not just about total इतने बजे से I started studying और रात में इतने बजे तक my laptop or my book was opened, so I have studied for those many hours. You have to look at effective number of hours. All the time when you were not preparing, you were thinking about something, क्या होगा फ्यूचर का, लाइफ का, करियर का, घर में किसी ने कुछ काम बता दिया, फ्रेंड की कॉल आ गई, whatever could be the possibility, those times will not be counted as effective number of hours. You have to maintain it. Easily you can buy a small clock, ले लो, मोबाइल में भी ऐसी चीजें हैं, but I'll suggest not to use unnecessary apps. Reduce the usage of such apps. Simply एक clock छोटी सी आती है जहाँ पे आप काउंट कर सकते हो कितने नंबर ऑफ मिनट्स और आवर्स यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग, यू आर स्टडिंग. Simply you can use that to know, and I am telling you the number will shock you. It happens with me also during work also, that when I also use such system to know how many hours I am working per day. So initially this system used to shock me कि अरे मैं तो सुबह से रात तक काम कर रहा हूँ, but then I realized कि नहीं, इफेक्टिव काम कर रहा था. फिर एक छोटी सी चीज आ गई, काम रिलेटेड ही सही, बट कुछ कुछ चीजें आती रहती हैं जो इफेक्टिव द थिंग दैट आई वांट टू डू उससे मुझे डिस्ट्रैक्ट करती हैं. सो व्हेन आई कैलकुलेटेड इफेक्टिव नंबर ऑफ आवर्स, इट वाज ड्रास्टिकली लेस देन व्हाट आई थॉट. सो आई एम टेलिंग यू दिस विल shock you. The calculation, the number of hours, effective hours will shock you, which is a good shock. In long run it is good. You will realize that how much important it is to calculate effective number of hours. Try to maximize this number. जितना ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा आप कर सकते हो इसको effectively daily उसको maintain करना. So the total study hours कितने हो जाएंगे? Number of days multiplied by how many hours per day you are studying. So it's going to be 1158 hours. This is the effective number of hours maximum that you can have if you start from 1st August and you plan to take your preparation till the last date, ensuring 6 hours every day. So इसको upper limit मान के चलो आप. This is not the lower or average. This is the upper limit of number of hours that you have in your hands. अब ये आपको पता चल गया, तो अब नेक्स्ट चीज क्या है? देखो, हमेशा टारगेट बेस्ड आपको प्रिपरेशन प्लान और स्टडी करनी चाहिए. यू नो हाउ मेनी आवर्स यू हैव. अब आपको इसको डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना है. इन व्हाट डिफरेंट टारगेट्स डू यू हैव? यू हैव अ टारगेट टू फिनिश द सिलेबस, करेक्ट? थ्योरेटिकल पार्ट ऑफ द सिलेबस. देयर इज वन मोर पार्ट ऑफ द सिलेबस विच इज न्यूमेरिकल पार्ट ऑफ द सिलेबस, जो कि जनरली अच्छे सॉल्व्ड एग्जांपल्स के थ्रू अकम्प्लिश होता है. कोई भी एक टॉपिक व्हेनेवर यू स्टडी दैट टॉपिक, इट इज डेरिवेशन, its formulae, its concept, theoretical concepts, they won't make you good at numericals. They will develop your concepts, but they won't make you good at numericals. You have to know कि इस topic में क्या क्या silly mistakes होती हैं, इस topic से क्या क्या type के questions can be asked, what different types of questions, how to approach such questions. All these things comes under numerical learning, which I am talking about myself and Exergic. I deliver that using high quality solved examples. So once theory is done, we move to solved examples. That's a part of learning. वो अलग नहीं है. ऐसा नहीं कि easy easy question फॉर्मूले में पुट कर दिया आंसर, फॉर्मूले में पुट कर दी वैल्यूज और आंसर आ गया. ये नहीं टारगेट होता है उन एग्जाम्पल्स का. द टारगेट इज टू इंश्योर दैट यू लर्न न्यूमेरिकल एस्पेक्ट ऑफ द थ्योरेटिकल कॉन्सेप्ट्स दैट यू हैव कवर्ड, क्योंकि गेट में मैक्सिमम न्यूमेरिकल ही आएगा. सो दिस वाज द सेकंड टारगेट, थ्योरेटिकल टारगेट, देन न्यूमेरिकल टारगेट. व्हाट एल्स? Question practice, obviously very much important. I have already talked about this so many times that if you don't realize its importance, trust me, you will have to repeat GATE one more year. If you think I'll cover the syllabus, I'll watch all the examples carefully and I'll get a top rank, it does not happen like that. You cannot become a good batsman just by watching the videos of a batsman playing, right? You have to do the net practice yourself, which is through question practice, question solving. So that's again is a very important part. I'll tell you, these are the 3 most important targets. You might think, sir, revision ka kya hua? We're only talking about 3 parts here. I'll write that. I will write these things here. So as I told you, these are the 3 things, primary 3 things on which you have to focus. What about revision? What about notes making? These things may come to your mind, right? Dekho, revision is something that you have to do daily. I have talked about this already. Those of you who are waiting कि when everything will be covered, then I will revise. और रिवाइज कैसे करूंगा? मैं आऊंगा यूट्यूब में लाइव 10-10 घंटे में जहां एक एक सब्जेक्ट रिवाइज होता है, मैं उससे रिवाइज कर लूंगा. देन लेट मी टेल यू, यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू गेट अ गुड रैंक. आई एम टेलिंग दिस अप फ्रंट, ओपनली. None of the toppers in GATE this year or last year, I have talked to almost all of them, none of them revised through those 10-12 hours of marathon or whatever they call it. That never helps you. That has a very different agenda. I will talk about that in some other video. But अगर आप इस सोच में हो that revision तो बाद में देखेंगे, YouTube में तो चलता ही रहता है कुछ ना कुछ, 12 घंटे 10 घंटे मैराथन, उससे मैं रिवाइज करूंगा. Let me tell you, you are going to be in a very bad spot after GATE results. तो रिवीजन अभी से आपको सोचना है. बट आई हैव नॉट कंसिडर्ड दैट इन दीज 3 मेन पॉइंट्स. व्हाई? आई से दिस ऑलवेज in the course. There are some guidance videos also that I have added. There I keep saying this, that revision should be part of your life. Don't think revision as part of GATE preparation. Consider it like part of your life. It means that when you start your day, even if on that day you are at rest, maybe you have some festival, maybe you have some college exams, whatever can be the situation, even if you are not able to do anything that day regarding GATE preparation, you still have to revise. That much should be the importance of revision in your day-to-day life. So दिन में कभी भी सुबह उठ के 1 घंटा, शाम में 1 घंटा, रात में 1 घंटा, maybe if you don't have time, खाना खाते हुए 15 मिनट का टाइम निकाल के, if you do not have time in washroom, I am telling you, this is how toppers have prepared and cracked GATE. You have to find out small pockets of time where you can at least revise. Many of you could be in job or college. You can definitely revise. Whenever you get 5, 10, 15 minutes of pockets of time in your college or in your job, use that time to revise. That's why on a regular basis, you have to ensure that you are revising whenever you think you can find out the time to do that. तो इसीलिए रिवीजन को मैंने इसमें नहीं रखा है. दैट इज पार्ट ऑफ योर लाइफ. अब ये 3 चीजें, हाउ डू वी डिवाइड दैट? व्हाट शुड बी द परसेंटेज डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, कि अगर आपके पास 100% टाइम है तो कितना परसेंट किस में जाए? ऑब्वियसली दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट दैट यू कवर योर थ्योरेटिकल सिलेबस. लेट्स से 50% टाइम आपको, रिमेनिंग जितने भी आवर्स हैं उसका 50% टाइम यू विल हैव टू गिव टू थ्योरेटिकल पार्ट. As I told you, numerical solving skills are so important that if you have covered 50%, given 50% of time to theoretical part, but you are not focusing on the numerical aspect of those concepts, everything is going to be a waste, right? All this theoretical syllabus, it will mean nothing if you are not able to master the numerical solving part. So let's keep it at least 20%. As I told you, ये कैसे कवर होता है न्यूमेरिकल सॉल्विंग स्किल्स? जो कोर्स में लेक्चर्स के बाद, थ्योरेटिकल पार्ट के बाद एग्जांपल्स आते हैं, वो न्यूमेरिकल सॉल्विंग स्किल्स का पार्ट है. हो सकता है द स्टूडेंट्स हु आर वाचिंग द वीडियो मे नॉट बी अ स्टूडेंट ऑफ एक्सर्जिक फुल वीडियो कोर्स, स्टिल दे कैन एक्सेस दीज एग्जांपल्स वाया एक्सर्जिक प्रो. Using this course, you can access those examples and improve your numerical solving skills. Anyway, moving to the third point, which is question practice. Rest 30% will go to that. Total हो गया ये 100%. In terms of number of hours, ये कितना होता है? Let's quickly do that calculation. So how much will be this hourly distribution of these things? 50% of these many hours is 579 hours. On a similar way, if I extend it, what will I get? The number of hours for other 2 things. So you see, total is 1158 hours. Approximately 580 hours you have for theoretical syllabus completion. But courses generally are more than that in terms of number of hours. Obviously, because this part, numerical solving part, which is solved examples, are also included in the course, right? So total number of hours, if you add both of them, is going to be 810. 810 hours effectively you have to give in upcoming months to ensure that your syllabus gets over. This is very important part to understand. many of you, if this at this point of time, go for such courses where you have 1000 hours, 1500 hours of content, and that too live, you will not be able to finish the syllabus. That is very clear. Keep this very clear in your mind. So you have to ensure that you are watching from a source where you can access majority of the content recorded, which maybe you can watch at 1.25x, which will obviously ensure कि और भी कम time लगेगा. Because you have to make notes also in this time. Theoretical syllabus and numerical solving part includes the notes writing also. So in 800 hours, you have to cover the entire syllabus. You have to obviously understand it. There will be some doubts जो आप पूछोगे. There will be some notes that you will be making. All that you have to do in 800 hours. So ensure that you have a course where you have recorded content which you can watch at 1.25x, which will ensure that everything will get covered. अगर आप ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा number of hours के trap में फंसोगे, let me give this to you in writing कि आपका syllabus खत्म नहीं होगा. और जैसे तैसे हो भी गया तो न्यूमेरिकल सॉल्व करने का जो टाइम है क्वेश्चन प्रैक्टिस का, वो आपको नहीं मिल पाएगा. एंड दिस इज एग्जैक्टली व्हाई आई विल जेन्युइनली रिकमेंड दैट यू गो विद 2 courses. आई विल सजेस्ट यू 2 courses एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. अगर सिलेबस आपका हो चुका है एंड यू आर ओनली फोकस्ड ऑन न्यूमेरिकल सॉल्विंग this part, then you go for Exergic Pro. But if you are someone who needs to cover the syllabus as well, go for base or core, Exergic base or Exergic core, which will include all of these things. Moving ahead to the third thing, which is question practice. For question practice, you see you have 350 hours. How to get an idea कि ये कितने ज़्यादा हैं या कम हैं? A very simple method I am telling you. 347 hours multiplied by 60. This tells you number of minutes. These many minutes approximately you have to solve questions. And approximately one question you have to solve in 3 minutes. Average I am telling you. So approximately how many questions you can solve? You can solve approximately 7,000, close to 7,000 questions you can solve if you distribute your time like this, the way that I have told. It's a lot of questions if you solve them properly, right? There are many sources to solve question. You can go through question bank, you can go through TSP, you can go through test series, you can go through practice sessions. Obviously PYQs are also there. So there are so many sources to solve questions. Within Exergic itself, I am telling you that you will have access to more than 8,500 questions within Exergic courses itself. So the very first thing that you should understand from this calculation is that you have sufficient time not only to cover the syllabus but also to solve questions. But the only thing which you have to keep in mind here is that you will have to do hard work and consistent hard work. ऐसा नहीं 2 दिन हार्ड वर्क किया 2 दिन चिल मारा, फिर 2 दिन हार्ड वर्क फिर 1 दिन चिल मारा. This cannot get you a top rank. अब last के 6 months बचे हैं. You have to compete with those guys also who have already completed the syllabus, right? You do realize ना that there are going to be repeaters in the exam जो पहले ही syllabus खत्म करके बैठे हैं. This year they are only solving questions. You have to compete with them. So it's not going to be in a way कि आप आराम से 4 घंटा दिन में 3 घंटा ही पढ़ा and then 2 दिन पढ़ाई छोड़ दी, then again you studied for 2-3 days, then again छोड़ दी. This is not going to get you a top rank. Be very clear in that. You have to ensure that you are giving consistent hard work. There is no substitute to it. No substitute, no shortcut to it. No matter how simple or how complex the master plan is, eventually आपको hard work तो करना ही पड़ेगा. हाँ, how you can modify this plan? That let me tell you. Suppose you are a full-time aspirant and you have entire day with you, right? So definitely this number should be more than 6. It could be 8 as well. It could be 8 as well. Then you will have slightly more number of hours. If you are in job, I will recommend that you make this weekly rather than daily calculation. You make it weekly because you will have significantly more time on weekends as compared to weekday. So you should have weekly targets and not daily targets. So this is how you can modify the plan that I have given to you. If you are someone who has already completed the theoretical syllabus, then obviously you can make it, I will not say zero, because there are certain things which you need to constantly improve. Then rest 90% you can either distribute equally, or this you can make 30 and this you can make 60. So accordingly your number of hours will change. You see, now if you have full time with you, if you are a repeater and you have to primarily focus on question practice only, you have so much questions that you can solve. What to do in that case? Here I'll recommend that you add revision also for those of you who are repeater, because अब पूरे दिन question solve करोगे, mind थक जाएगा, effective होगा नहीं वो. So for them I'll recommend that you add revision also here, right? And according to how much is the level of preparation, how much skill you are having for question, वो distribution आप कर सकते हो. अगर question में कम skill है आपको, ज़्यादा time question पे दो. अगर ठीक question solve कर लेते हो, then you may equally distribute the time between question and revision. But the method that I have told you here, I am telling you, it's a very effective method which you can modify as I just told you. So this plan here that I have made for you, as I told you, is available for you to download and modify accordingly. You can check the first comment of the video, pin comment of the video, where you will be able to find this. Feel free to let me know what are your further questions regarding this plan, or maybe any of the other things related to your studies and study plan. In the comment you can ask it. I'll try to reply it there itself. Otherwise I'll make another short or long video about it to ensure that now you start giving your 100%. अब वो टाइम नहीं है कि आप बोलो कि 10 दिन बाद करता हूं, 15 दिन बाद करता हूं, या चलो 2-3 घंटे ही करके देखता हूं कितना होता है. अब वो टाइम नहीं है. If you are having that attitude, I'll suggest you that you forget GATE 24 and focus on GATE 25. If you are not ready to give your 100%, it's not going to be GATE 24 for you. Then focus on GATE 2025. But either way, you will have to ensure proper planning and hard work eventually to succeed in GATE. I wish you all the best.